Hello. You know, I'm just going through YouTube. I see a video from someone that I like quite a bit. I like their content a lot. It is. Hang on. I don't
Okay,
want
this is the story of the
to.
first time.
Okay. I don't want to butcher the name. Thoraya Masonesy. I hope I said that right. I really do. Uh, I love her content. I think it is amazing. Like it's so pure. Like she gets very genuine responses from people, and it's always close up, like you can see on the screen right now. It's always close up, and it just feels so real, and I love it, especially when I'm drinking. Like I love watching these types of videos where I can see genuine feelings come out of people. I love that. So this is tell me about the first time you told someone you love them. Um, I did watch like a minute of this, and then I was like, you know what? I want to react to this honestly because it was pretty cute. So let's get into it.
Okay, this is the story of the first time that I told somebody I loved them.
Um, I feel, many will say that it was like a beautiful day like today in front of a fountain with the music playing in the back.
He's
But
got
it
some
was,
extreme nose hair
you know,
going
we were
on,
just in
but
her
it's
apartment.
okay.
We were just
We all
watching
do.
TV
Trust me.
on
We
her
all do.
bed, and while watching the show, I couldn't, I couldn't focus on what was going on in the movie because I was taken by the emotions I was started to realize and feel out of
Been
nowhere.
there, man.
And I just looked at her and I told her, um, that I love you, and it was because I really did feel it. I felt like I needed her to know because you never know if tomorrow was granted or not. Her reciprocating it was like the pillow that I needed, because saying I love you is so risky, and it's like if I'm dropping my head back, and if you don't hear it back or say it back, you're just gonna slam your head very hard to something. But she was that pillow that kind of
I saw this guy
showed
and
me
the
the time
next
that
girl.
everything's gonna be alright.
We had been dating for a month, which really isn't that long, but I just felt it. I knew it. I knew it was
This
different.
one is really
And I
sweet.
really wanted him to say it
I like
first,
this
but I
one.
was too scared. So I remember one night when I was saying goodbye, because we were doing kind of a long distance thing, I was hugging him,
Oh,
and I was saying, really like you. And he was like, yeah, I really like you too. But I was really digging into it. I was like, no, you don't get it. I really like you. And I was listing off all of these things that I love about him. Like, I love his smile, I love his hair, I love his laugh, I love his kindness, I love his personality. And he caught on and he just said, I love you. And I was just like, yes, I love you too. I kind of pushed him into it a little bit, but he wanted to say it too, so it worked out.
exactly.
It's kind of embarrassing, and I probably should like never go online and admit this, but I told someone I loved them, and then I farted, and they heard it. I was like, I hope they didn't hear that,
Hey, there's
and
nothing wrong with that.
they definitely heard it. I was like,
I
yeah, I
went through
farted.
a
The
whole
problem is like one of those
relationship
things that like slips when you're like
without
falling asleep,
hearing
and
her
like
fart, and then
finished,
after she
and
broke up with me,
as I was getting out of the car, I farted.
she moved back in with me, and then she started doing it.
I was like, I hope they didn't hear that, and they're like, I did. I've changed since then. Now I like learned to fart
It's all
before I
about
get out of the
comfort.
car.
Like everyone does it,
So that way,
It's
like, if it accidentally slips out, I can just be like, I totally planned that.
it is not a big deal. If
Oh
they're
yeah, this is so wholesome. Okay, anyway.
she's really cute. If there are any guys out there that are disgusted by their women farting in front of them, you don't deserve to be in a relationship, honestly. It is a human thing. It is. I'm sure you fart in front of your girlfriend. They should be able to do the same to you. There's nothing wrong with it. We all do it. Don't be a little fucking child about it. Okay? I'm sorry I swore. This is a very wholesome video. But for real, like, don't be a child. Cherish what you got, even those little human moments. Okay?
Alright.
I think the first time I told someone I love them would have been my best friend at the time. It was mutual. We loved each other. And I think I even gave her a little blue ring I have.
All
That was
best friends
before I
love
was
each other,
interested
man.
in boys. That first love is so innocent. You're not looking for anything. You are a blank slate and you just know what you love and it's straight from the heart.
Exactly.
Later
It's
on,
not
you look for things. You look
it's
for
not
qualities
romantic.
or there's a blueprint later on. But in the first love is just straight from the heart. It doesn't matter what someone looks like. It doesn't matter if they're your best friend. It doesn't matter what sex they are. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It's just from the heart.
I love that. Um, that is so accurate, you know? It really is. I gotta go back here. There was something she said, and I've been trying to remember it the whole time.
Sorry. I think the first time I told him it was mute blue ring I have. Love is so innocent. You're not looking for any.
Oh. The blueprint thing. That is so true. After you've been in a relationship or two, you start looking for things for your next ones. Um, you start looking for people that act a certain way, that look a certain way, that speak a certain way. That is what you start looking for because it reminds you, I'm just being honest here, it reminds you of aspects of those relationships that you've had. You know? That's just the reality. When you, especially with an intimate relationship, you kind of adapt yourself to be like, well, this is what I want now. And then you start looking for those features in other people. You know? So I really like what she said. And I do like too that, her first love was her best friend. There's nothing wrong with that. Your best friend, your like truly best friend, is besides your family, it's your first security blanket. Like, you can do anything with that person and feel secure. You don't have to worry about a bunch of shit. When you're with that person, you're feeling good, you're having a good time, you're having fun, and you just feel like you belong. That is absolutely accurate, and I love that she said that.
There's a blueprint later on, but in the first love is just straight from the heart. It doesn't matter what someone looks like. It doesn't matter if they're your best friend. It doesn't matter what sex they are. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It's just from the heart.
The first time I told somebody I love them, I was probably in kindergarten. His Lego got, I
True.
think it was like a G.I. Joe, got stuck in a tree, and I got it because I was the only tall one. And he gave me a kiss on the cheek, and I told him I loved him.
I never really knew what love was. I thought I did. It was something I always wanted, but I never knew what it was.
Wow, she's
Honestly.
gorgeous.
Until I met this one right here. I've had I guess they call it puppy love. I don't know. I thought it was love, but when I met him, that's when I experienced love. You lose yourself in puppy love because you're so about the other person. I don't know. You lose who you are. You feel like you tolerating their behavior. He asked me, how do
So far, the only thing I don't like about the video is the fake ass teeth. I hate that. Can't stand it because then people think that's what my teeth should look like. I don't have the funds to fix my fucking teeth. So, they got beautiful teeth, but they're fake. I need you guys to understand that. Nobody's teeth are that white. It doesn't matter how much you brush, how much you floss, what you eat, what you drink. It doesn't matter. Nobody's teeth are naturally that white. It isn't a thing. She had dental work done, very obviously. So maybe dial it back on the dental hygiene aspects of you know, people that you socialize with or interact with.
Do I tolerate him? And normally when somebody asks me that question, you know, I'm like, because this. But when he asked me that, I was like, I don't tolerate you. I love you. Like,
Can you explain the setting, how you said it exactly?
we were in the bed.
Yep.
We were in the bed, and
That's
I
where
was
a
just
lot of it
describing
happens, man.
everything I love about him, but I didn't say I love you. And then he asked me, he said, you love everything else about me but me. And I was like, I do love you. So that was my first time telling him I love him.
That's really cute.
It's different. It's different. You know it when you get it, I promise. You will know it. Like, that's my husband. Next time y'all see us, you'll see us
Oh.
married. I'm telling you.
I wish he had some input on that.
So when I was 16, I had a boyfriend, and he would always say, "I love you, too. I love you too," just so like he wouldn't have to say "I love you." Like when we were first starting dating, so it was awkward. He's like a really funny ginger, and so one day he's like, "I love you," and I was like, "Tube," and he's like, "No tube." That was
Oh.
how we said "I love you" for the first time. So we're dumb and 16 years old.
I don't think I really have. I just remember, honestly, I had an ex-girlfriend, but I cared for her a lot, but I don't think I ever actually told her. I just
See,
told her the
look,
direct,
this dude
I
has
love you.
real teeth.
So how would you express to her that you loved her?
I don't know, we just spent a lot of time together, honestly. Probably shared through a lot of like hardships, a lot of darkness we both carried.
So you were feeling it,
I,
but you didn't.
looking back, yeah, it definitely was, but I don't know, I guess
Hey, babe.
it's weird, I don't know. I never really thought about it till now, actually. Mm, kind of missed opportunity, I guess.
Have you been in love since?
Not like that.
It was actually over text. Because I'm dumb and I couldn't, like, properly express myself then. And so I was feeling kind of sad. And he's just
Oh.
really nice. I'm going to start crying. And he's like my shoulder to lean on. And I just love him a lot. So I told him
Oh.
I loved him. He said, I think I love you too.
Oh.
I love him more than all the stars in the galaxy.
Dude, she's so cute. You can't throw that at me. Aw. He dwarfs her. Jesus.
I never told anyone that I love you, that I love him. Okay.
Okay. And what did you tell me earlier?
And I hope that no.
Do it
Es que se me ha
again.
olvidado, se me ha olvidado que era. And I hope that never do it.
You hope that you're never gonna
Never
tell.
say anyone love you.
Oh,
I love you.
Why is that?
Because I don't see the point. Everyone say I love you. I want to say anything else. Anything
I
different.
wolf you.
That something that really means something. No, I don't know how
I
to
get
say.
what she's saying, though.
think the string
Also,
of I
real
love you
teeth.
is empty. We say I love that thing, or
I
I
love
love
how
no
it's the
sé
people
qué,
with the
that
accents that have real teeth.
something. But when you, I don't know, find a person who actually
And they have brown eyes.
you, no sé, I don't know, but
So
I love you is empty. It's mainstream.
so it's not that
It
you don't
is.
want to find this connection. You just don't want to express it in those ways.
I don't know. I mean, this connection really exists.
Not
Do you
ways,
believe in love?
Oh yes,
words.
of course.
So your sister went before you and she doesn't.
Yeah,
believe
she
in-
doesn't.
Look
She
at her
doesn't.
eyes,
But
dude.
yes, I believe in love.
Okay.
I
I
love brown
hope
eyes, I
to
really do.
find someone really special to me, and
I really love brown eyes just because, not assholes, by the way, because they're so different from what is conventionally beautiful. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, they have to have blonde hair, blue eyes. It's like the modern Aryan agenda, pretty much. Uh, I don't think that way at all. Give me a brunette with brown eyes. I'm happy forever.
I don't know. maybe spend all my life with him.
It was Halloween. I was Tiger Lily and he was Captain Hook. We had a Halloween party at my house. We're in my room. I think maybe I was like holding its face in my hands. And I said, "Don't make me say it. Don't make me say that I love you." It was really nice.
So I guess the last time I felt
Real
like
teeth.
the words "I love you" I really needed to say was when I left my home in San Jose to come here to San Diego. I really felt like I needed to say it to my parents. I really didn't tell them my plan or intention of moving down here to San Diego, and me and my parents, we don't really have a great relationship in terms of like being communicative and expressing our feelings towards each other.
A lot of people,
I've
man.
been in San Diego for almost 4 years, and I've only seen my parents like once or twice every year. And the further I
Happens.
am away from them, I really like feel like, man, I really wish I said I love you to them when I left, and until this day too, like
He's gonna do it on the phone.
it's a struggle for me to say I love you to my parents, and if I could say it right now, I would say it like a million times. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Would you be down to call them right now and
Shoot.
and tell them you love them?
You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna call my mom right now. I wanna tell her I love her.
I love that.
Here you go.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Hang
Wow.
on.
The bouncing.
Hello, Mom?
It's nervous.
Nó mami con I love you, Mom. I'm sorry, I know. Con Yeah. Dạ, con biết mà. Dạ. Được rồi. Không cần. Cái tính về con also biết là ở đây nó khó luôn á, and con có mami với tay để giúp con hoài, so that's why con biết là mami với tay take care con, thương con á. So.
See, I don't like that. I don't like the mom's response. Move back here. I'll feed you. I'll take care of you. Go to school here. That's not good, man. You gotta let your kids go, dude. You gotta let your kids go. That's just how it is. We all grow up. We do. We have to face everything. We have to taste it all ourselves, man. We do. I have grown so much since I moved out of my parents' house. And that was like what the hell was it? Holy shit. It was like 6 or 7 years ago. And it's something that you gotta do. I've been through a lot. Like, just the past year, honestly, past year, I broke my hand, got arrested, got a tattoo. I've been through a lot in just 1 year, but it's all stuff that needed to happen for me to grow. And a lot of parents are afraid of their babies growing, but it has to happen. We're not just gonna end up dead in a ditch somewhere. And we're not only gonna have good things happen to us. Bad shit is gonna happen to every single one of us. But it has to happen. We need that. We need that to grow. We cannot grow without challenge. We just can't. It's not possible. Like, legit, flat out, without challenge, it is impossible to grow.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Con biết mà con. Mami. Oh, yeah.
Aww.
Oh. wow, really? Oh. Alright, well, 咁咁咪嚟啊，跟嘢跟咁。Okay.
That's fucking sad,
It was
man.
like a little bit of lecture, a little bit of tough love, a little bit of like what are you doing with your life, a little bit of all that. But at the end of it, like like she was just like making sure that I was okay. I sometimes get into a deep space where I feel like nobody's watching me, and it's because being in this big city, it really took a toll on me, just like thinking that like I was alone. But I always remember that I made a lot of friends here, and I have a business partner, and I have my family, and I have the grace of God just like watching over me, and so I'm not completely alone. It's just at times that are tough, like
This
I
dude
love you
needs
is very
to
powerful, and so
relax
that's it.
himself.
So for me, the most memorable moment I have where I said I love you was to my late mom who passed away. I'd say around 3 years ago. It was on her deathbed where I did say I love you. I do remember around like 2 months prior is when she started to lose her voice. It was getting very straining for her to do anything at all. She was mostly bedridden for that last 2 months that we had her here. It was one dark night. Me, my dad, and her were all together in the room. And we were just, as we normally did during that time, we were just together in silence, not really saying anything. There wasn't really much that needed to be said. At one point, my dad did kind of close in on me. He came in, or he like stood next to my ear, and he whispered to me that it's okay to cry. And when you hear those words, right, in those types of situations, you tend to let go. So obviously, I ended up crying, sobbing, all that ugly stuff that no one really wants to go through, and I hope no one does ever. But and I do remember, with my head down,
People have to cry, man. You gotta let it out.
hands up to my hair and started playing with my hair like how she did when I was a little kid. And so I look up, and she's staring at me, and I tell her, "I love you, Mom. I love you." And she said it back. To which, obviously, I wouldn't say I lost it, right, for lack of a better word, but it really did hit really deep for me. I don't think I've ever like received or have experienced any type of that love. Like when she said "I love you," and it not only was like loud and clear, it had this weight to it,
I
When she
don't
said
like
"I
this
love you," I
guy.
really did feel that all throughout my body and all throughout my head too. And so I'm really glad that I was able to experience that one last time at least before.
He's trying to play tough. Wait, there's no... What?
Hey everyone, happy early Valentine's Day. As always, thank you for watching.
Why did you cut out the old guy? I wanted to see what the old guy had to say. Oh. Well, anyway, that was the video. It was pretty wholesome. I did not like the last guy. He seemed especially fake to me, honestly. Trying to act like he didn't break down. It's your mother's deathbed and she says, "I love you." You're gonna fucking break. I don't care how strong you are. That dude didn't look very tough. It doesn't matter. Okay? You don't have to do the tough guy routine. Everybody breaks down. Alright? It fucking happens. It just does. I remember when I got arrested, I was fucking I had blood pouring down my sinuses from getting punched in the eye a bunch. I had a huge swollen black eye, and blood was just pooling down, but it wasn't going out my nose, it was going down my nasal passage to my throat. So I was just hacking up blood like crazy. And right there, when you get arrested, you're in this tiny box, and they're trying to process you and everything. But when they're not in there, you're totally alone in just this little box, and you know that there's a camera on you and everything, but that doesn't matter. You feel so much fear and anxiety in that moment, plus whatever you're going through in the moment as well. Why you ended up there, you're going through that, plus also going through the fact that you got arrested and that you are sitting in this tiny room alone. and you just break, man. It breaks you. It really does. I don't care how tough you are. I'm a pretty tough person. I still fucking get emotional and cry, dude. I wasn't crying about physical pain. I can take a hit. I don't give a shit. But there are things that hit you deep, and when you're there alone and you're reflecting on them and everything, it it's like daggers straight into your heart, and you gotta let it out, and you can let it out physically with your fists, and then you can break your hand, and then your pinky knuckle ends up right here instead of where it should be up here. So, like half an inch difference about. Um, or you can be a fucking man and accept the fact that people have feelings and emotions and let those tears flow. There's nothing wrong with it. I do not like that last guy, but I do like the video, and I really love her content. I think she's awesome. Um, uh, this is the channel. Please subscribe to her. She really has some great stuff. Honestly, I want to watch more of her stuff now. I can't. I think it was like something about calling people calling people and telling them that you love them or something like that, or asking people out. It was something like that. No, it was asking people out. That's what it was. And I love that. The joy on people's faces when people said yes, and the the fake "I'm okay" um, expressions when people didn't give a good response. If someone said no and then they're like, okay, okay, and they're still smiling, but it's fake. Like it actually kind of destroyed that person inside. Not all of them. There's a lot of people where it's like, it's just another fucking lay for them. But there were some people where it genuinely hurt. And you could tell. And I like watching that because it's real. Again, it is very real. Oh, I see an Omega one. I want to watch this. I'm not going to record this one just because I feel like I don't want to take away from her channel at all, because she has a great channel. She has almost 1.5 million subscribers. Please join her and check out some of her content. I'm going to check out the Omega one after I piss, because I had to pee like a fucking racehorse right now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely check out her channel, please. And I'll see you next time.